Hello friends, welcome back to my new lecture. Today we are going to discuss about research process. Till now we have seen definition of research, we have seen types of research, we have seen various approaches of research, we have seen what is meant by hypothesis, theory behind that, and now I am going to focus on the what is steps present in the research process, or what is general steps. These are general steps. These steps may not be applicable to all the research, but most of the time the researcher follows these particular steps. So whenever you are going to go for a new research, you should follow this step, and when you follow this step, there is a assurity that you will come to the good conclusion, you will come to the good research publications, etc. So here in all there are 7 steps present. And each step we are going to discuss in detail in further slides. Let's see how its block diagram, how its flow is there. First, define research problem. First step is what? Define a research problem. So when we are going for research problem, this is general area, general, or I will say it's a broad area of research. It's a broad area of research. Here we are going to discuss. Let's say I am going to work in alternative fuels, I am going to work in a solar energy, I am going to work in heat transfer, and in heat transfer where let's say I am going to work in a convection. This is what called as broad area. And then again for convection, if I am knowing forced convection, if I am knowing natural convection, and in a natural convection, let's consider I am going to work on a heat transfer augmentation. So heat transfer augmentation in heat transfer, this is the broad area we have decided at the start, because it's very important. If you don't know the broad area, you cannot proceed for the further processes. So first of all, I will be deciding a broad area. In the broad area, a general statement I am going to decide. After deciding, like let's say in a forced convection, heat transfer augmentation, I have decided. After that, what I am going to do is I am going to have a second step. And what is that second step? That is literature review. Now in the literature review, there are 2 types of literature review, as review of concept and theories, review of previous research findings. So when we go for review of concept and theories, this is a fundamental review. This is what? A fundamental review. What is meant by fundamental review? It may be studying books, knowing basic knowledge regarding what we have defined the area. This is a fundamental review, and this is what I say a literature review basically, or studying the research paper. So here I am going to study the research paper. So research paper is studied over here, whereas the basic parameter is studied over here. What is the use of this? Here you will be knowing good basics, what are required basics for your, let's say, research work, like what is natural convection, what is forced convection, what is meant by augmentation, what are its technique, what are types of technique, that will be studied over here. Then what previous researcher has worked, that we are going to discuss here. After studying these 2, I can define my problem with more focus. I can define a problem with more focus. I can decide objective of my work. I can decide scope of my work. So problem, objective, and scope, that can be decided well, that can be focused well, that can come to the conclusion after a rigorous analysis of these 2. If you study these 2 in well manner, it will be easy to decide problem, it will be easy to decide objective, it will be easy to decide a scope. So here what we have done, here we have decided a general area, and here what we have done, we have defined problem, objective, and scope. After that, a third step. What is the third step? Third step is formulate hypothesis. Now already we have discussed what is meant by hypothesis. Hypothesis is assumption which we are making. Hypothesis what? Assumption which we are making based on what we have studied previously. We have studied the theories, concepts, we have studied the literature paper, and from that I can make some assumptions. Hypothesis is nothing but actually assumption, making an assumption which is supported by theory and research paper. What assumption I can make it? Let's say by the I am focusing on force heat transfer convection, and in that I want augmentation. So I can make the sum statement for augmentation, that if I put a twisted tape, then there will be augmentation. So I can design new twisted tape, and I can put into the system which will augment. Now, why I am making this assumption? Because I have studied literature reviews. In which many researchers has done work on the twisted tape. And there is support from fundamental books also. So because I have studied these two, I can make some assumption which we will get at the end of research process. Here, what I will get, that I am going to assume over here, and for that I am taking support of fundamental theories and research papers. So this is basically assumption. Then there is the next step. What is that next step? Design research, including sample design. Design research is very important step. Here, basically in a design research, what I am going to decide? I am going to decide all things related to your research. All thing means what? Whether I am going to do an experimentation. If I am going to do an experimentation, all detail of experimentation. Where we are going to do the experimentation, up to what period we are going to do the experimentation, what will be experimental setup, what are its various components, what is input, what is expected output, that we are going to decide. Then how to collect the data, that I am going to decide. How depth I am going for in research, that I am going to decide. So everything related to research I am going to define in the research design. When we are defining research design, obviously I should have a problem, objective and scope of project in my mind, which will help to design research. It's like design of any component. Let's say I want to design a pen. Now designing pen means what? I am going to decide a material, I am going to decide size and shape, I am going to decide an aesthetic view, I am going to decide an ergonomic view, and these all parameter I am going to decide when I am going to designing a pen. Similarly, when I am going to design research, everything related to research I am going to decide in this particular step by keeping in mind these points. Okay. Now, next step is collect data. So when I decided design research, then obviously I have decided how I am going to do the experimentation. Once you decided an experimentation, after doing an experimentation, you are going to collect the data, and that generally what we say is observation. Now the research which are not having an experimentation, actually experimentation in the laboratory, they may have collection of data from the field, collection of data from the peoples, collection of data from some processes. So collection of data is not the case that only applicable to the experimentation. It may be applicable to the surveys also. Okay. So we are going to collect an data, then analyze data. This is very important. The collected data, we are going to analyze it. How we are going to analyze it? For that I am going to use various tools available with you. And for analyzing the data, I may use a computer, and I can do the analysis of that. Okay. So analysis of data is very important, and you should not make a mistake when we are going to analyze the data, because if you make a mistake in analyzing the data, your conclusion will come a different way. Your conclusions will come a different way. For that purpose, you have to analyze the data correctly by using various tools. Here, test hypothesis, if any. So whatever hypothesis we have decided here, that I have decided there will be augmentation of heat transfer, etc., that hypothesis will be tested when we are going to analyze data, whether actually it happens or not. If it happens, then your hypothesis becomes true. If it doesn't happen, then hypothesis becomes wrong. Okay. After that, interpret and report. This is basically related to the conclusions. What conclusions we are making out from your research, that we are going to do it. So first step is define research problem. Second step is a review of literature. Third step is making an hypothesis. Fourth step is design research. Then next is collect data, analyze data, and interpret and report. These are various steps involved in the research. Now there are various feedbacks also present. This arrow indicates we are moving in a forward direction. So we are moving in a forward direction, right? Then here F is a feedback and feed forward, right? So what are the feedback available here? Basically hypothesis testing or analyzing data, that feedback we are going for what? Collection of data. So if something goes wrong, then we are going to check whether data collected is correct one or not. If it is not correct, then I have to collect in correct data, and then again we have to make it the analysis. So here this forms and loop, we can take a feedback and move forward, After hypothesis become correct, then we go for a conclusion, whether conclusion comes correct or not. If there is some other conclusions coming to you, then again you can give feedback to the analysis data, and from that again you can go for collecting the data. At the same time, there is a feedback from what? From report to the research problem. Here it comes. Whether we are getting conclusion accordingly what we have decided the research area. That we have to check. If it is not correct, then we have to check all the steps whether we have done it correctly or not. If you are not done correctly, then we have to make it corrections under these steps. Okay, so this feedback is very, very important. And here this is feed forward. After doing correction, again we are going to check that whether it is getting the required assumption, required expected result or not. So this is the loop in which we have to put, and again we have to make the necessary corrections. Okay, so these all steps, whatever 7 steps we have discussed here in short, these all steps we are going to discuss in detail in the further lectures. Thank you.